Here we are, underneath the Sugar Babes. You've always wanted to be there, right? There's Mel from the Sugar Babes.
Mel. She's on my next single. And Mel
Wow.
from the Sugar Babes. Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Never Leave You. And Mel, man, she goes in on the track, man.
Wow. So what you got planned touring-wise?
I got a few more festivals, all the big festivals coming up. I'm gonna be there. I got my own tour coming up around September after the album's out. So yeah, touring, man. UK, everything.
Your tour's gonna be big, right?
Big.
But can you top this tour?
What tour is it?
No, trust me. Can you top? You've seen Notorious the film, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Big film?
Big film.
Cat.
Cat.
You know Cat
I know
from
Cat. I
MTV
know
Base,
Cat.
right?
Yeah, funny.
Yeah.
I know Cat.
Yeah, he's quite funny, right?
Yeah.
But he gets a bit serious here.
Yeah.
Because he goes to New York, and guess who takes him for a tour of New
Who
York?
takes him through New York?
Only Biggie's mum. Takes him around to the school, places he liked.
Everywhere.
What you saw in the movie, this is the real deal.
Cat actually
This
goes there
is
with
the
Biggie's mum.
thing.
Right now, we're gonna see it.
Come on now.
To celebrate the DVD release of Notorious, I visited Brooklyn.
Yeah, boy, baby. We are, come on. Notorious. We are Queen B, baby. We are, come on.
We all know how it tragically ended for Biggie Smalls in LA, but what's not known is the path that he took before the fame and fortune came his way. As a huge fan, I thought I'd take you to the neighborhood where he grew up and show you a past that you may not know of. I'm gonna seek out some of the places where Biggie used to hang as a young boy with a person that knew him best, his mum, Miss Voletta Wallace. It's been 12 years since he passed, but is B.ig still notorious in these parts?
Biggie, when I hear the word Biggie, I think of the greatest rapper that ever lived.
He opened up doors for a lot of people in the neighborhood. There's like a lot of kids out here that look up to him.
He set the bar so high that people are still trying to attain that bar.
Here we are outside 226 St. James's Place, which is where Biggie grew up.
Growing up here was always fun. He rode the bike right off here. I taught him to ride his bike. I never wanted him to grow up.
Where's the plate? I threw it in the trash. It was disgusting. What are you doing?
Those wasn't no damn mashed potatoes, all right?
Now, living under your roof, Chris, as he got older, started to hustle. How was that, dealing with that?
If I knew the things that I found out about my son, maybe my son would be alive, because maybe my son would be in jail.
Some call me Biggie or B.I.G. I'm just chilling in the place to be, and I ain't trying to preach or teach some knowledge. I'm just trying to call you few Faith Evans Wallace. Ta-da!
Biggie got married to Faith while still living here.
I was coming from work, and he was standing here. He says, "Ma, I got married today." So I thought it was a joke. It was the next day I heard my son on the radio saying hello to his wifey, Faith.
Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking swoop, man, and you sipping on private stuff.
Well, tell us about the Juicy video that was shot here on these very same steps.
He asked me to be a part of it, but he did say to me, "Mom, I wanted my mother in the movie, and I can't get an actress to do it because you're alive."
He made the average guy believe that they could rap, that they could achieve.
I think over the years he's propelled himself into the stratosphere.
He made big guys feel comfortable. You know, big guys felt good about themselves.
Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player.
This is where Biggie attended school from a young age. At the age of 10, was christened the name Big.
He was called Big because he was always big. He wasn't fat. He was just tall and, very muscular.
He was very, very intelligent. He was like miles ahead of these kids, and they were only 6 years old.
I think he was always running around with his shirt out of his pants. So I think that was his only problem.
Rolling in the drop, 3 1/4, slaughter, electrical tape around your daughter. Old school, new school, need to learn, no. I burn, baby, burn like disco inferno.
Very few schools can touch George Westinghouse when it comes to musical talent. It's because the likes of Jay-Z, DMX, and Busta Rhymes, as well as Biggie, all pass through these doors. And you pushed for him to stay in school. You didn't want him to leave at 17?
I really wanted to strangle him. When he told me, he wanted to pursue a career in music, so I said to him, "You can't even sing." He said, "Mom, rapping is not singing. Rapping is like poetry." He said, "Mom, this is what's gonna make me."
I'd like like to say thank you to Miss Wallace for showing me all things Biggie and Christopher Wallace. Having made this trip to Brooklyn, it's clear that despite having tragically died, the legend Biggie Smalls is very much alive and rapping. Whilst his life was truly remarkable, his upbringing and surroundings seemed quite the opposite. It makes you wonder which kid hanging out on a street corner or even watching this right now is going to become the next legend of hip-hop.